All right, welcome back. Of course, you guys know I do not like long, drawn-out introductions, so we are gonna go straight into the reading. I ask the universe, God, the entities that love and care for human beings, the ancestors, to give me some information to help the collective move in a better way. Not just for some, but for all. So there are some people, the first thing I'm getting from the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is that there are people who are going to have to get out of this energy, or who are going to be forced out of this energy of individualism and self-sufficiency. And not to say that this is a bad thing. I do not think that self-sufficiency is a bad thing. I genuinely think that being codependent is a lot worse and very harmful. But this is more so unhealthy individualism. We're going to be moving away from unhealthy individualism and moving into partnerships with others. Things that are going to help us grow, things that are going to help us care for one another. I'm going to get another candle in a few. Honestly, this may be the only one we actually need for now. So I'm just going to put this at the very top. This is going to be what's going to give us justice. We are going to get justice and moving forward in this way. Again, this is not about giving away your independence as a person. I promise you can still live by yourself and be good on your own, but you're just going to be more invested in community. It's not going to be a very selfish energy. This is going to be moving towards collective community with others, partnerships with others who want justice. When I first saw the King of Pentacles card in reverse pop out, I got this dethroning type of energy. There are going to be some people who are going to unfortunately lose their stability if they do not move forward in this way. This is about depending on others and allowing others to depend on you. Not in an unhealthy way, but in a collective community way. This is also going to push people further into having discernment about who they actually hang out with, who they choose to be in community with. Because being in community with those who want to just be distracted or want to not think about the things that are happening in our reality, that is not going to be beneficial to anyone. Whenever I see the Three of Cups card in reverse, I think of someone over drinking, partying, doing the most, like I think of someone throwing up because they're over drinking, and this is a part of the distraction. People are emotionally feeling the turmoil, and they're distracting themselves in any means necessary. And it's up to you to have discernment on who's going to be this partnership with you. If you find yourself being distracted with people, ignoring the realities of the world, those are not the people. You're going to have to transform and change. Someone's going through a situation where they're surrounded by people who don't want to see the truth, who don't want to transform and grow. The old ways are dying, and people are going to have to keep up. They're going to have to keep up. Sometimes your change and your evolution will trigger other people to change and evolve as well. And that's important for you to do. Standing 10 toes down on what's going to be best, not just for you, but what's going to be best for others as well. The people you care about. We have the Seven of Swords. This is a very sneaky energy. And I want to get more energy on this. I'll ask a little bit more, but there is a major decision that someone has made or someone needs to stop avoiding. It's a major decision. So this might involve a Scorpio, a Gemini, or a Libra in this situation. I don't read for just one sign. But it's about fighting. It's about standing your ground. I think what's happening is someone is getting more passion about something, and you need to stand your ground on what you're passionate about, especially when it deals with furthering the collective. There's so many people who want people to not care about others. And like, I know it's hard because like people will fight you. People will literally fight you just because you care about others. Dang, all of these came out? Oh well. Yeah, we'll do that. Because it landed on there. People will fight you just because you say you want everybody to have food. Literally, there would be people. You gonna have to. That's a crazy thing to say. Like, oh, you're gonna have to stand your ground towards people who don't want food for all. That's crazy. Like literally thinking that just makes me just wow. Like, it's wild. There's a lot of passion, a lot of forward movement, very quick energy when it comes to this. I feel like the change is going to be so drastic. It's going to be like, it's going to feel like whiplash in a sense. The change is going to be so drastic. You're going to find that there are going to be people who want to fake give. Like, they don't have a lot to give, really. They're going to try to offer you things they're going to try to offer you things that you don't really want. Like, and you have to stand firm in that. Don't accept crumbs from people. Don't accept things from people who are not going to like be on the same page. Do not be with people who don't give a shit if children starve. Like, I feel like they be like, I don't give a shit if that's not my family. If you like that type of selfishness, if you feel in your heart that that's important to you, then you need to team up with other people who are on the same page with you. Not people who can only feed you a tiny, tiny bit, give you a little bit of stability. Like, empathy is actually very important. Don't take just anything from anybody. We have this Four of Cups in reverse. This may... Hold on, I might have to get some more energy on this. It's almost like something is not complete. Something is not coming to an end. It's almost like someone's accepting something that they're not emotionally vibing with. And it's like they won't put an end to it. They won't stop it. Again, if you're... don't accept things that aren't really fulfilling to you. I think a lot of times people are so hypnotized by the idea of being in partnerships with people that they genuinely they let go of themselves. They let go of the things they actually want in a partnership, or they let go of the things that are actually important to them, or they bury the things that are important to them just so that they can stay in a relationship. And like, this is not what you need to do. Whether that is romantic, whether that is a family or a friend, whatever the case is, don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. You're gonna find the people that you're gonna have community with that's going to be meaningful. The decision also may have to deal with a Virgo, because the Virgo card came out. We have Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio. We also have Libra on the table. There is a big decision that either has been made or is going to be made, and it may have to deal with a Virgo. It also may have to deal with someone going inwards, doing research. You may have to go inward for a moment to reassess who you're surrounded by, what's fulfilling and what's not fulfilling to you. Someone's going to feel, or someone is surrounded by someone who is emotionally, either emotionally unfulfilled, emotionally reckless, manipulative. Like, this type of energy is just very overwhelming. It's a very emotionally overwhelming energy. And it's because someone refuses to move away. They refuse to move, they refuse to move away from this energy. This may not be an actual refusal. Somebody actually made so some of you out there are refusing. Like, you don't want to look at it, you don't want to think about it. And some of you out there, you feel stagnant. It's almost like you don't know why. You just can't move away from this energy. I truly think that the resolution is in communicating with others. But someone has to stop fighting. Someone's gonna have to stop fighting. Maybe this is someone, not maybe, but there's someone out there who's like fighting, wow. Someone's fighting, I hate to say it, but someone's fighting the like legal way, the right way, which is just a setup. Someone's gonna have to stop fighting that way. That way it's not gonna work anymore. It's not helping. It's just causing more instability. Because the game is rigged and you're still trying to fight fair. Stop doing that. It's time to stop being patient with a system that's not fair. And then you keep having to fight it. You think you're fighting for a just reason, but those aren't the people that you need to go towards. This person is going to be given like an offer. Someone may be coming into money, inheritance. This is going to help move you forward. Don't squander that money solely don't squander that money. I don't know why. Oh, that's why. I was like, why am I saying that? Don't squander the money. It's because this distraction card where someone's going out and drinking and partying is right under there. Someone's going to be given a gift. Just don't squander this money. It's going to lead someone to feeling to not. Someone has money or was going to get money and it's going to produce an idea. Don't miss out on the opportunity because you want to drink and party and ignore your purpose. You have a purpose, and if you squander it, the ideas that you have will go to waste. There's no more time for that. It's time for you to transform those ideas that you have. Actually put the ideas in motion. Someone's really sitting on an idea. You're sitting on an idea. Get it together. So we got some more swords. We got the 7 of swords and we got the 5 of swords. Sneaky, sneaky energy. And it has to deal with someone who feels like they have to win at all costs. I don't know if this is the collective I'm reading for or if this is a person who the collective is surrounded by. But there's someone out there who feels like they have to fight for their respect. And nobody's disrespecting them. You're not being disrespected. People are just either disagreeing with this person, or this person is like just really freaking stubborn because they doing sneaky stuff. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. And this ties into someone needs to stop fighting. And I don't mean don't do anything. I just mean stop fighting that way. There's different ways you can do it. You don't have to do it the original way, especially when the original way is corrupt. If you start noticing things are becoming corrupt, it is your duty. It's your duty as a human being, as a moral person, to not fall in line. That's the like, you're a person. Stop falling in line with people who are sneaky and want to win at all costs. This internal thought that you're going to have to go through and the decision that you're going to have to make about this sneaky energy that someone may be asking you to participate in, who wants to win at all costs and want to hurt people who don't want to fight, who don't want to play the game. You're going to have to make a decision about this person or your own actions in this way. And that's going to give you a victory. This is what's going to move you forward and it's going to make you feel more fulfilled. And you're gonna have to stand your ground in that energy. It's time for y'all for people, human beings, mankind, the collective, to move forward. Is it going to be a tough battle? Hell yeah, but you all, this popped out as well, you also have to be strategic. You have to be strategic in how you move. You're gonna have to fight, unfortunately. These sneaky energies over here, this sneaky kind of stubborn energy, you may have to fight, and it may be a hard battle, but you're smart enough to do it. You have what you need. You're smart enough to win this battle. It's either you have to do what's more in alignment with yourself. You have to do the thing that's alignment, because like so many people are doing things that they morally don't agree with, and that's the problem. You're out here working for companies that poison our planet, helping them poison the planet. Obviously it's not all of y'all, but this is an example that I'm using. It might not be that specific thing, but it's not in alignment with who you are. It's not in alignment. You're gonna have to make a decision. You're gonna have to use your thing. We got the King of Swords and we got the Queen of Swords. You're gonna have to use your intellect. This information, you're gonna find out something real quick. There's gonna be a message, and it's gonna be coming in hot, and you're gonna have to make a decision, and a very smart decision, on if you want to accept something that's not in alignment with yourself, something that you won't actually, that is nothing. It means nothing. You're really going to be getting nothing. It's going to be a fake offer. And again, this is from some people who, this is from somebody again, who you're fighting. You're fighting in a just way, but you're also working against people who don't play fair. You're working against people who don't play fair and who want to win at all costs. And they're not really offering you anything really stable. They're lying about this offer. Things are going to change, but change in your favor. You are going to win this. But you have to stand your ground in it. And you can't, but it's not recommended to keep fighting in a just way. That sounds bad. But sometimes you have to stop playing by rules that don't benefit anybody else. Because it's rigged. It's rigged. These people have already snuck away. They're sneaky. They kind of already fucked the system up. And they're very stubborn. They want to win at all costs. Stop playing by the rules if the rules are corrupt. Just because something's legal doesn't mean it's right. Like people, adults in some places marry children. That's not right. That's not right. No matter how many times people want to make it legal. It's not right. Somebody doesn't want to end something, but it does need to end. Something needs to end, and moving towards this collective energy, this energy where there are teachers, there are students, and there are those who are the stars in a sense. The models of the world, like people need to move towards this. And remember that there's no judgment in this photo. Everyone is needed in this photo. Everyone has an actual, a purpose. And not just a purpose. People are respected in those positions, in every position. Moving towards the collective and seeing the humanity, as well as seeing the inherent worth that people have. And if that is a system that you're in, where they do not see the inherent worth of others because they're alive, you need to back away. Don't accept that. That's not something that you need to accept. Okay, this is going to take some time for the collective to learn and understand. It's going to happen. And unfortunately, that may cause some people some instability. It may kind of even break up some marriages. It may break up some partnerships. But this is necessary. People need to grow. The truth is more important, and this is a destined encounter. This is something it's right there. It's going to happen. And it's a part of our evolution as people. We either let the world corrupt us, or we fight to keep our morals. We have a lot of decisions to make. And they're not going to be easy decisions, but you have to ask yourself, what right now is causing you emotional, you're not fulfilled. People are not emotionally fulfilled. And what is causing that? You have to dig deep. Think about the choices that we've all collectively made so far to bring us to these decisions. We chose to keep ignoring the cruelty and the corruption in our world. We chose to turn our backs as long as it wasn't affecting us. Now it's time for people. Now it's time, and the choice is, look carefully. You need to have discernment. The best choice is not going to be the snake. It's not going to be the chaos. It's not going to be the fizz. And damn sure enough, not always will be the money. Because you don't know what's under there. Figure out what's going to help you move forward in a healthy emotional way. And not just for you, for others as well. Sometimes things are uncomfortable. That doesn't make it bad. Looking at how we've moved in this world doesn't mean that you're a bad person either. We have to come to terms with how we've moved in this earth and how we got here in the first place. And how unfulfilling this life would be. This life is if we continue to go down this path. How emotionally unfulfilling it is. And we just keep doing it over and over and over and over. Praying and waiting and hoping for someone else to save us. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No one else is going to save us. We as a collective, we as a people are going to have to stand up and save ourselves. Sometimes you left out in the cold because you don't do crack. And that's okay. Sometimes you're not invited to the function and they kick you out because you don't accept PDF files. And that's okay. Sometimes this church, for lack of a better word, protects abusers and you're not okay with that. And that's okay. You're going to have to stand 10 toes down, again, fighting against, you're trying to be just and kind to people who are not kind or just, who are sneaky and are manipulative. And the time for that is over. It's time for you to accept that it's okay to be out in the cold with people who are cruel. It is okay to not ask for crumbs on a knife. It's okay. You don't have to accept crumbs on a knife to be fed. You just walk away. You walk away and you find someone else who has food to offer you. Stop accepting love on a knife. They poison the love that they give you. And they tell you, well, it's food. Isn't that still love? No. 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 That's not love. Stand up. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for the people that you love and care for. Is there anything else that you want to say to the collective? Making the decision is going to help you move forward, and vice versa. For some of you, making this decision is going to help you heal from the pain, and some of you, this pain is going to help you make the decision. Unfortunately, it's going to help you make the decision. I don't always believe that pain is necessary, but unfortunately, some people have a hard head, and so you got a soft ass. So a hard head makes a soft ass. So unfortunately, some people don't want to listen, and there will be consequences for it. And it's not consequences as punishment. It just, this is the way life is. This is the way it is. And like, unfortunately, some people learn through heartache. I don't think you have to. I don't think people have to do crack to know that you probably shouldn't be doing crack or heroin. I think that sometimes you could just read a book and learn from that so you don't have to make those mistakes. But again, some people are hard-headed. And I think that others out there who are listening, this dilemma that you're having, you're going to be able to move forward because you heard this message, because you read a book, because you didn't have to actually experience the terrible thing to walk away from it, or you didn't have to keep experiencing it to learn from it. But you're going to make the decision, and it's going to be for the betterment of you and others, because you have a destiny. You have a destiny that you have to fulfill, and it doesn't involve doom scrolling all day. All right. This is it for me. I want you all to have a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, or a good night, and I will see you in the next reading.